Hi, I'm Patrick. Today I'll be talking about exam writing strategy for CMAT. This is a result of my past students. Krishna Deshmukh was a rank 1, whereas Sujit was rank 2. Basically, the pattern of the exam is there are 100 questions divided into 4 sections: Quant, Logic, Verbal, GK. Now, if you look at GK, will not take much time. Today, 25 questions. If you do it fast enough, you can easily cover it in 10 minutes. So that means you tentatively have 170 minutes for 75 questions, which is ample time to complete a paper. So most of the time people can complete the whole paper, but there are times when a paper is tough and you may not be able to complete. It's not that CMAT is uniform throughout. There are some years when the papers are tough, some years when the papers are easy. So you need to take the paper as it comes. Let's discuss the different strategy to write the exam. What you should do as far as the exam is concerned. First, understand there is no sectional cutoff. The top colleges we accept CMAT have no sectional cutoffs. So don't try to focus on trying to clear sectional cutoffs. Focus on maximize your marks as far as possible. So if you want to maximize your marks, that means you need to focus on your strong areas and the area that does not take time. That means if I'm strong in Quant, I'll try to solve as much as Quant as possible. If I'm strong in Verbal, I'll try to solve Verbal. Also focus on questions that doesn't take time. So if you take Logic and it takes too much time of yours, then you may end up solving less number of questions and hence less marks. Don't get stuck on individual questions. This specifically happens in Logic, where people just get stuck. They don't know what to do and the time just goes away, which ends up that they don't solve too many questions. So even if it's a strong area and you got stuck, just move ahead. You can come back to it later. Try solving as many questions as possible because you have ample time to solve the paper. But don't get disheartened if you're not able to solve all the questions. Solve as many as possible. Don't do random guessing. Specifically in GK, people just randomly guess if they don't know. It does not help. And this is specifically true with all the papers with negative marks. But you can do intelligent guessing. So if you can shortlist 2 options and you feel one of them is the answer, you can go ahead. Probability is that you get positive marks. That is perfectly alright. Avoid keeping targets. You say I will solve all 100 questions, but if the paper is tough and you're not able to do, you may get disheartened and may not be able to. Do as best as possible. Don't waste time on questions you cannot answer, especially GK. You don't know the answer, you don't know. Just move ahead, try to solve as fast as possible. As a matter of fact, the 25 questions should not take more than 10 minutes. Try to solve as fast as possible and move ahead, because GK either you know or you don't know. Try to do GK in the end. What we have noticed is, for some people who try to do GK in the start, it may just linger in your mind throughout the paper. Say one question you know the answer but you're not sure of. And when you do a Quant, if that is there in your mind, your complete focus may not there be in Quant. So try to do GK in the end. So even if you don't know or you're not sure of a question in GK, it will not linger in your mind and affect the other sections. Generally speaking, if I were to solve the paper, the way I would go is, Quant is my strong area, I'll spend 1 hour on it first. Get as many marks as possible. Logic also is in my strong area. But I won't start with it because there is a chance I may get stuck and waste a lot of time. But I will solve it next to get as many marks as possible. 1 hour Quant, 1 hour Logic. Verbal weak area, I'll try to do as fast as possible, as many questions as possible in half an hour. Once 2.5 hours is over, I will focus on GK, take 10 minutes to solve the GK question. I still have left with 20 minutes. I will focus on maximizing my score. I'll try to go to those areas where I can get more marks. That is the overall strategy that I'll follow based on my strengths and weakness. You need to figure out your strengths, your weakness, and accordingly plan the paper the way you want. Thank you.